stencils have become really popular recently in stamping, and I wanted to show you one of the tricks I learned. I love using stencils on my cards, but sometimes they can overwhelm the images that we put on them, and it's kind of like this struggle between the stencil and your focal point. So here my focal point is, well, the worm and all these fish who I think might want a bite of him. So what we are going to do today is use vellum in our card making to mute our stencil in order for our focal point images to shine. So let me show you how I did that. The first thing I'm going to do is stencil. Okay, so I stenciled my cardstock with waves, and let's see if I put my fish on them. I want to see how it looks and compares. My fish are brightly colored, so they do definitely stand out, but I think when I put this other card next to it, which one do you think stands out more in your opinion? In my mind, the vellum softens the waves a little bit, allowing the fish to be more of the focal point, where here you definitely can see the fish, but I do feel like they are competing in order to be in the spotlight. So I've cut the vellum here small enough that the stencil still shines around it. It still pulls the waves into the construction of this card, yet it's big enough in order to house my sentiment and also the fish that I've already colored and pre-cut out. Now, in order to glue vellum down, I don't know if you've ever worked with vellum. Vellum is very tricky. You can't just put glue on the back of it and stick it down. One of the best things to do with vellum is to hide your glue. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue down all of my fish where I want them. And then I'm going to put glue on the back of my fish so that it would adhere to the card. Now on the back of each of my critters, I'm going to put glue, and this is what will hold the vellum to my card. Whenever I plan to use stuff like this, I always try to have a plan of how I'm going to glue the vellum down. Occasionally we do get ourselves in predicaments where there's nowhere to hide it, but today, thankfully, we have several little fish helping us hide our glue. So I hope this tip helps. The only finishing touch I have here to do is add some Nouveau drops as bubbles. But I really wanted to share this tip to help you think of other ways you could use vellum in your card making process and make some cards with your stencils. I'll see you guys on the next card.